Me, Ruowen Huang. Before I begin, let me first introduce myself. My name is Ruowen Huang. I'm an author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. In this very particular episode, I want to talk about how does near-death experience make one a psychic. I believe many of you must heard a lot of story about someone have a near-death experience, and somehow, some way, after that experience, when they come back, they seem to have all kind of sensation, and then they become a psychic. They might see the things they don't usually see, or they might start sensing things they don't usually sense. So, why in the past, I think that's, something everybody should know, but obviously not. So I thought I'd make this episode for you guys, and hopefully that would clear all the myth that why would people all of a sudden turn into a psychic after a near-death experience. Well, I'm going to explain this in a very scientific way. The reason I'm going to say this is just assuming everybody's vibration is like this. They usually keep in a certain range, I would say, certain range that is not exceed somewhere around 30%, right? Not higher or lower, roughly in that 30% range. And somehow when people are dealing with whatever experience like that put them into near death, when people are dying, that is when the soul is almost trying to jump out of your body or withdraw from your body, your vibration change. How does it do is you can kind of tell it by the speed of breathing, or I would say breathing is the easiest for non-psychic to identify it. Usually it will stretch longer, or it be faster, or sometimes slower. Anyway, usually what happens is when someone who have a near-death experience due to all the emotion that surface of your body, now their vibration is no longer within 30% range. You somehow will go up and you go down, and it depending on what situation that they're dealing with, their vibration now is over what you call comfort range. Now what happened is because your vibration change, so therefore you may be able to start synchronize or connect with anything that's in similar frequency. That is probably when you are in the human period of time, you are not able to experiencing it. So as this period of time, that near death, usually near-death experiencing will take some time to recover. It's something as if you being robbed, or someone break into your car, break into your house. You realize that you would take some time for you to recover from that incident, even though it didn't really directly hit you. So that same thing goes to when people are dealing with that near-death experience. Their sensation now would be out of the range, and then which that vibration would get them connect with other being, other existence. So therefore, they might become more sensitive. So you may ask, well, if that's the case, then why would they continue remaining as a psychic? Well, that is a lot of reason for it. Now, usually this period of time when people have a near-death experience, it take, I would say, in average, somewhere between 9 months to 15 months for their vibration to start coming back to the normal. But what end up happening is during this period of time, since they start sensing all the different vibration kind of thing, so they somehow, someway train their frequency to stay the same. But what most of people do not know is, as it slowly train to come back down to what is used to, during this time, if you have a lot of unsolved business, or things that you did not deal with, or fear, basically depending on whatever it is that you are going through, and that internal emotion, like what's actually in you that you did not deal with, will most likely deciding how your vibration gonna go afterward. So that is, if you use your hypersense to work within your issue and then get it resolved, then you might still be able to maintain your vibration and sensation in a more balanced way. Since now you have somewhere between 9 months or 15 months to get used to that vibration, and then you might know how to better use of it. But then very often, which is very unfortunate, people did not deal with their core issue or internal issue. So therefore, this vibration slowly got taken over by their fear or by their things that they worry about or things like that. And then they're using that as a projection to whatever that is that they sense. So if many of you ever pay attention to what actually happened, you might also realize that a lot of people who had near-death experiencing, it seems like their sensational information or everything, like you have a very intensive period of time, like they constantly receive information. That's usually, I would say, in the first 6 months. But that's due to their whole vibration is simply not balanced yet. So it may be go up, it might go really fast, it might go, very low. It doesn't matter. So that's why during that period of time, they seem to get information everywhere. It can be anything. But as they progress, you might also realize like they don't receive as many messages as they used to at the beginning, or you will start seeing some kind of shift or some kind of change. As I say, usually you wait about 9 months or so. If your internal issue never get addressed or fear never get addressed, it's very likely the person who had near-death experiencing were using that to become their dominant drive, especially if the first 6 or 9 months they grow fond to this new gain skill, then they will most likely try to find a way to feel that skill. That means continue feeding that skill so they can continue being sensitive or feel things. In this case, I would say the thing is whatever you will core energy will continue feeding it, and that's what you will be dealing with the vibration. So anyway, I'm just going to break it down and make it very simple for you guys why every time you hear people have a near-death experience and all of a sudden they become a psychic, right? They were totally okay and all of a sudden they can receive all the information. It breaks down to a very simple fact. It's simply because their vibration got altered, due to certain event, traumatic experiencing, like alter their vibration. Like when the soul try to get outside the body, the vibration itself is already altered. Then again, it doesn't have to be like near-death experience. Sometimes it can be the hospital bed. Sometimes it could be some kind of illness that really stretch out your own vibration or things like that. And therefore, people feel like they can see something. So it doesn't have to be near death. Sometimes when people are gone through like some kind of illness or some kind of event that somehow, some way alter their vibration, they will most likely be able to sense, feel things. As I say, it's all because your vibration is totally out of the range that you were used to. But then again, just remember one thing. It doesn't matter what circumstances your vibration got altered. Just remember, if within you are constantly having fear that you're reluctant to deal with, or a problem that you constantly reluctant to deal with, they will most likely become the fuel of your sensitivity as well. So if you like your new gain skill, and then you would like to be on this path for a long time, I do have to say working on your own fear will be one of the things you kind of have to work on it right now. So again, if you like what I'm doing, you can always follow, share, and like. I see you and turn on the notification. So if you like what I see you next time. Bye now.